Hello everyone, it's Zort Rider here and Happy New Year. Today is Friday the 7th of January and welcome to another year of a week in toys or a fortnight in toys or a month in toys. They're not as regular as weekly anymore, but hopefully I'll still provide you with some decent videos over the next 12 months. And what a better way to start off a week in toys video than with a parcel from Hasbro Pulse. Yeah, so I picked up this, I ordered it, I think it was Wednesday night. This is the first toy of 2022. I've given it a week, haven't I? It's not been too bad. But I ordered this. It was a figure that I actually saw at the NEC Toy Fair. And I didn't click what it was until I got home and I thought, oh, that would have been cool to pick up. And it was sold out everywhere. But Pulse got it back in stock. It is a Marvel Legends figure. And it is Gameverse Miles Morales from the Spider-Man Miles Morales game. I got this game for Christmas and I finished this game. Well, I hadn't bought myself a PS5 for Christmas, so technically I got it for Christmas. And I love this game. I finished it last night. I did this thing where normally I do all the side missions and everything like that and never finish the game because I don't have time to play them that much anymore. So I decided to plough through the main story and it was great. Really enjoyed it. Not the biggest of games, but it was good nevertheless. And yeah, I decided, you know what, my best action figure of 2021 was a Miles Morales figure. So why not start off this year with a Miles Morales figure? And it also comes with some decent stuff. It comes with a good couple of accessories. Comes with 3 sets of hands, some energy effect, obviously from his venom punches, and an unmasked head, which doesn't look the best to be honest, but I'm going to be keeping him with his Spider-Man head on. It has come with a builder figure part for the armadillo, which I'll probably stick on eBay and sell on to get a couple of quid back there. But yeah, so I've picked up Spider-Man Miles Morales, the first toy of 2022. It looks pretty awesome. So today is Monday the 10th of January. I can't believe we're a third of the way through the month already. Now on Saturday, which would have been the 8th, I went to Smith's in Warsaw with my son Oliver. He had a voucher for Christmas and he wanted to pick up some stuff and he got a Pokemon cuddly toy and another Gujitsu thing. And I had a quick look when I was in there and they had a fair amount of Marvel Legends stuff, I have to say. Some of the stuff I haven't seen in Smith's before, like the retro carded figures of both the Spider-Man and the Toy Biz kind of old style ones, which was awesome. They also had a load of Transformers, which was wicked to see. But the sections have been dramatically reduced down. They are a lot smaller now. Nothing new as such. They did have the sweep and all that kind of stuff. They also had some of the Alien figures in there, which were quite cool to see, some of the new lanyard ones. But I did see a figure in there that I wasn't planning to pick up. I had seen it announced, but I thought, oh, I don't know, I probably don't need that one. And seeing it in the flesh, it was awesome. It was the Bookie Winter Soldier figure. This is from the flashback in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. I know the costume's wrong, but I'm going to use this on my Infinity War shelf just as a representation of that character. The head sculpt, and normally his head sculpt's slightly off, a bit like Mark Hamill. This is pretty bang on. It's awesome. And the packaging, I mean, I thought this was part of the Disney Plus wave, but it's not. It's a standalone figure, and that might explain why it comes with so many accessories. So it comes with another head, which is awesome. It actually comes with this one on the packet, which looks great, but I want this to be like Bookie in Infinity War. But I don't know, maybe I'll pick up the Winter Soldier figure, the other Winter Soldier figure with the shorter hair and swap the heads. I don't know, I'll see. But I wanted a representation of Bookie, and this looks absolutely fantastic. It also comes with a knife, which is pretty cool, and 2 sets of handguns, one with an extended clip. Now the only frustrating thing about this figure is it doesn't store any of the other weapons. Even the knife, I was kind of hoping there'd be a section on the back to put it, but there's just like a moulded one in there, which is a little odd. But I mean, he can hold the knife in his vibrating arm if you so wish, and yeah, it's a great looking figure. I'm really happy I picked it up. One of those moments where you see a figure that you're not planning to get and you just fall in love with it. It's absolutely great. And yes, I know the outfit is wrong for my Infinity War shelf, but I don't care. It'll work on there for me. And before I forget as well, I did open up the Spider-Man, which was the first figure I picked up this year. And I was a little bit disappointed because of Hasbro QC again. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a big scratch on the arm, and that paint was peeling off in the box, which is a bit disappointing. To be honest, the paint application on the entire figure isn't that great. I have received a parcel today, believe it or not, and it's going to help this guy get a little bit of a facelift, quite literally. This is Studio Series 86 Cup, and I think you'll all agree the Studio Series line has been an absolute gift. But there were a couple of figures that didn't quite hit the mark. Cup for me is one, Blur is another. I think Blur is slightly better than Cup, and it's all down to this head sculpt. I mean, there is a few other issues with it, right? The gun's too small. This is clear transparent plastic and it should be painted, and they are rectifying some of that with the Buzzworthy release, which has like a painted chest here and his scratches down and all of that. My cup is actually holding one of Nor's tails because Brad, the Welsh Tom Hardy, Exilian XLR, has gifted me a shark to come for Christmas, so that was awesome. So I've got two of them now. So I've got one in robot mode, one in shark mode. But yeah, the dead eyes on this, the face sculpt is slightly off, and yeah, it missed the mark a little bit. And I'm not normally one for upgrade kits, but Rohan from Rohan's Corner, he's got his own channel, I'll link it below. And he's also a main part of the Transformers The Show, Friday night show. I did say show a lot there, didn't I? But he put on Facebook that he was selling, having some heads made for Cup. And I think it was October, November time I said it was in. These were actually manufactured and painted, I think, in China. But yeah, I've got this little parcel here, and hopefully it should have a cup head inside, which it has. A8, whatever A8 means. And that looks pretty damn good. That looks pretty damn good. I will show you what he looks like now. If I can get my fat fingers to open up the bag. So that is the head sculpt. You can see the difference there is pretty awesome. I mean, that looks so much better than this. So let me try and take Cup's head off here, and let's see if we can get him a new face. Now, this looks awesome, but there is one problem. He's got a little bit of a loose head, so I think what I need to do is I need to put a little bit of nail varnish on that ball peg. But I think you'll agree, that looks absolutely stunning. That looks loads better. It's amazing what difference a change to the head makes. I mean, that's great. I'm happy with that now. This is my cup. I'm probably going to still pick up the Buzzworthy one, but you know what? This works, and the colour match is pretty awesome as well. And here's Cup with his new head. As you can see, it no longer wobbles, which is awesome. What I had to do, because the ball peg was quite considerably smaller than the original ball peg that was on there, I tried some nail polish which helped a little bit, but it didn't quite fit. So I've gone to plumber's tape, the stuff that you put around your joints when you do a bit of plumbing, and that's worked pretty well. Wrapped a little bit around the ball peg. None of it's visible because he's got this neck already on there, and I think that works. I think that is a decent representation of Cup. As I say, I'm going to get the Buzzworthy version anyway, but I think that Cup works a hell of a lot better than the original head, which is now here. I think this head is actually slightly smaller. I think if I have one criticism, is this head is slightly small, not too much, but slightly small. But I think it's a massive improvement from this. Really happy with it. So cheers Rohan for sourcing this. You are a legend, and if you haven't checked out Rohan's channel, then check out the description below. Today's Wednesday the 12th of January, and I've received a parcel from Hasbro Pulse. This is a pre-order, and it's a pretty big box, probably too big for what's inside it. Now I'm kind of hoping that there is more than one thing in here because I have got 2 pre-orders on the way. I've received shipping information for one, but I'm hoping that this has 2 inside. But if it doesn't, it will still have 1. But this is an actual new shiny Transformer to add to the collection, and it's the first one in 2022. And there is just the one in here. I was hoping his wave mate would have been in here as well, but he's not. But we have Slammer. Yeah, I was hoping Pipes would be in there. He's quite big looking. And it's a bit funny because the first Transformer I picked up last year was Paleotrex, which was a weaponizer. This is a weaponizer as well, isn't it? Or whatever, a modulator, isn't it? But yeah, I picked up Slammer here from Kingdom, one of the last Kingdom figures that we're going to be getting. Pipes, according to Hasbro Pulse, is due for shipping on the 13th, which is tomorrow. This guy was due for shipping on the 10th, and they did ship him on the 10th. So it looks like the dates on Hasbro Pulse, at least the recent ones, do seem to be around right. And what I'm noticing is Blaster is due on the 1st of February. So in a couple of weeks' time, we might finally get hold of that Blaster. Mine's on pre-order from Comics and Cocktails, though, but they all seem to be getting them at the same time. But yeah, I've picked up little Slammer here, and looks awesome. It looks really, really awesome. So today is Sunday, the 16th of January, and I have received a parcel. It actually came yesterday. I just haven't got round to opening it yet. But what else I did yesterday was I went into Burton-upon-Trent for the first time this year. And those of you that know, that's one of my favourite places to go on a toy hunt because there's a Toy Master there. Even though the prices have slightly got a bit steep in there, shall I say, lately. Now, not too much in the way of exciting stuff in there, but I did notice these. These are the Super 7 Transformers the movie figures. They had a Hot Rod, which looks okay, a Galvatron, which looks okay, and they had a few more of these. I had a load of them on the shelf. These are priced up at £20 each, which seemed a little bit much for me. And despite me being a massive fan of the movie, I passed on them. I decided, you know what, I don't need these things, definitely not for £20 each. They looked alright, they looked a bit of fun, and I know that Dave Shotton's really looking forward to getting his Hot Rod, but they're nowhere near worth £20 in my opinion. And I didn't get anything, nothing toy-wise. My son got some Pokemon and that, but no, nothing for me. But this is for me. This arrived yesterday. And this is the other pre-order that I thought might have been in the same box as Pipes. And I'm using a pen because I've lost my knife. So let's open it up. And oh, here we go. Pipes. It was always going to be Pipes in here, wasn't it? One more to go. One more figure from Kingdom. Unless you include that Hot Rod, which I might pass on, you know, the core one. It looks pretty rubbish in my opinion. But we'll see if I see it if I see it in the flesh, I might pick it up. But Pipes looks awesome. The thing I didn't know about Pipes actually until recently is he's not a season 1 or 2 character. He's not an art bot, and I didn't realise this. He only appeared in the animation in series 3. So technically, he's of the same ilk as Cup and Blur and all of those lot, all the post-movie figures. And I never knew that. I never knew that. So if it was a G1 mini bot, I just presumed he was one of the Arc lot, but he's not. So there you go. It looks great. It looks really good. Huffer was a little treat, and I think this guy looks better. It's nice to finally have him. Because he was leaked a long time ago, and the repaints have come out first. I think there's been, I think there was that couple of repaints. There was Huffer, wasn't there? And then there was that 2-pack from the Golden Disc collection. I forget what they were called. Road Burner. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not interested in those, even though they look pretty cool figures. I'm interested in Pipes here because he is a Generation 1 main line character. And he looks pretty awesome. Can't wait to open him up. And that's it for another week in toys. Or 2 weeks in toys. Let's call this one 2 weeks in toys, because it has been a fortnight. There's a couple of pre-orders that I think are due pretty soon. I've got Tigertron pre-ordered, which I've seen hitting stocks in places like Star Action Figures and even on Pulse. But I've got that pre-order with Comics and Cocktails. No sign of it yet. But Blaster, according to Pulse, is due on the 1st of February, so hopefully we should be getting him soon. And there's still Studio Series 86 Preceptor and Starscream that I'm hoping will land sooner rather than later. But I think that's all my pre-orders then. I don't think I've got anything else pre-ordered Transformers-wise. I haven't pre-ordered any of Legacy yet, but I might have to dive in soon, especially seeing how good Kickback is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this 2 weeks in toys. And until next time, I'll be Zort Rider and I'll catch you again really soon.